idea that he gets an easier ride than his nephew, who has done nothing wrong, is extraordinary. And I'd like you to explain it to a mythical listener who's been asleep for 10 years.
Today, we're diving into the whirlpool of media criticism, focusing on the relentless negativity and misinformation aimed at the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan. We'll be shining a light on the audacious hypocrisy of certain media outlets and so-called royal experts. We'll be highlighting the commendable stance of James O'Brien, a beacon of truth in an ocean of misconceptions. This video serves as a counter-narrative, a response to the unjust attacks on the Sussexes. We'll dissect the unfair treatment they've received and how it starkly contrasts with the lenience shown towards other members of the royal family. We'll be unmasking the bias that seems to permeate the media landscape, all while championing the Sussexes and their commendable work. Stay with us as we delve into the audacity of these critics. Firstly, we must commend the courage of James O'Brien of LBC. In an era where misinformation and negativity seem to be the order of the day, a voice of reason and fairness arises in the person of James O'Brien. With his razor-sharp wit and unyielding dedication to truth, O'Brien has proven to be a steadfast supporter of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. In a recent radio conversation, O'Brien challenged Richard Eden of the Daily Mail, questioning the glaring hypocrisy in Eden's call for harsher treatment of the Sussexes. O'Brien's words were as biting as they were poignant, as he said, "You explained to me how the man mired in really lurid for years now in lurid sex abuse allegations, vehemently denied, but whenever you are reminded of the vehement denial, you must also be reminded of the millions of pounds paid to one of his accusers in order to make one legal case go away." In the same breath, O'Brien highlighted the disparity in the media's treatment of Prince Andrew compared to that of Prince Harry, stating, "But the idea that he gets an easier ride than his nephew who has done nothing wrong is extraordinary."
You explained to me how the man mired in really mired for years now in lurid sex abuse allegations, vehemently denied, but whenever you are reminded of the vehement denial, you must also be reminded of the millions of pounds paid to one of his accusers in order to make one legal case go away. Gets an absolute gets a comparatively easy ride from the UK media, even in the last year, even post-disgrace, even post-payment, when he's sort of slowly crept back into the royal entourage at Sandringham on Christmas Day, or he's slowly crept back into the sort of public space. Was he allowed to wear a uniform? And Harry wasn't at one event. I could have misremembered that, or maybe they changed their mind at the last minute. But the idea that he gets an easier ride than his nephew, who has done nothing wrong, is extraordinary.
With these words, O'Brien brings to light the glaring bias and unfairness that has been prevalent in the media's coverage of the Sussexes. His stand against the hypocrisy of Richard Eden and the Daily Mail is a testament to his integrity and commitment to truth. His words are not just a critique, but a call to action, a call for fairness, for equality, and for a media that treats all individuals with the respect and dignity they deserve. James O'Brien's stand is not just commendable, but a beacon of hope in these times. In the face of adversity and unfair criticism, O'Brien stands tall, championing the cause of the Sussexes and challenging the status quo. His courage and forthrightness are not just admirable, but a shining example for all of us. In this fight against misinformation and negativity, we are proud to stand with James O'Brien. Now let's delve into the hypocrisy of Richard Eden and Daily Mail. The Daily Mail is no stranger to controversy, but their recent article penned by Richard Eden takes the cake. The piece, audaciously titled, "Why King Charles Should Leave Prince Andrew Alone and Act Now Over Troublemaking Harry and Meghan Instead," is a masterclass in media bias and misinformation. Eden and the Daily Mail have a long history of undermining the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Their constant critique seems to be a carefully calculated strategy to deflect attention from the actual issues plaguing the royal family. Like a magician's sleight of hand, they want you to focus on Harry and Meghan, while the real problems are conveniently swept under the royal rug. But let's not forget, this is the same Richard Eden who has been eerily silent about Prince Andrew's scandal, which has been mired in sex abuse allegations for years. Yet he has the audacity to call for harsher treatment of the Sussexes, who have done nothing more than decide to live their lives on their own terms. And then there's the Daily Mail, a tabloid known for its sensationalist headlines and dubious ethics. They're more than happy to fan the flames of controversy when it comes to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but when it comes to Prince Andrew, they tread lightly, if at all. The hypocrisy is glaring. The double standards are undeniable. It's not about holding the powerful accountable or speaking truth to power. It's about creating a narrative that suits their agenda, even if it means turning a blind eye to the real issues at hand. It's time we call out Richard Eden and the Daily Mail for what they truly are: purveyors of bias and misinformation. Their hypocritical stance does nothing more than perpetuate negativity and division. It's high time we demand better from our media. The hypocrisy is blatant, and it's high time we call it out. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex deserve better, fellow squatties. We're here today to discuss the Sussexes' decision to distance themselves from the royal family, a choice that was not made lightly. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, better known as Harry and Meghan, have faced a barrage of media scrutiny that has been anything but fair. These two individuals, who have done nothing more than strive to live their lives on their own terms, have been met with relentless negativity and unfounded allegations. The media, fueled by the likes of Richard Eden and Daily Mail, have sought to undermine their every move, casting a shadow on their admirable efforts to create a life away from the restrictive confines of royalty. The Sussexes' decision to step back was a bold one. It was a move that showed their commitment to their own mental and emotional well-being, and their dedication to creating a nurturing environment for their children. Yet, instead of respect, they've been met with a torrent of criticism. But let's pause for a moment. Let's consider the courage it takes to step away from tradition, from what's expected, to forge a new path, to stand up to scrutiny, to face the world and say, this is who we are. This is what we believe in. It's commendable, to say the least. In contrast, we have figures like Prince Andrew, who, despite serious allegations, seem to be given a pass by the media. It's a glaring double standard, one that speaks volumes about the state of media coverage today. The Sussexes are a modern couple. They are forging their own path, independent of the royal family, and it's time that we, as media consumers, reassess how we view them. They are not just figures of royalty. They are individuals with their own beliefs, their own dreams, and their own struggles. So let's stand up for Harry and Meghan. Let's rally behind them and support their decision to live their own truth. Let's challenge the media narrative and demand fair and balanced coverage, because at the end of the day, they are not just the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They are Harry and Meghan, two people trying to do what's best for their family. It's time to rally behind the Sussexes and support their decision to live their truth. As we wrap up today's discussion, let's remember our role as informed viewers. We've journeyed through a narrative that begins with the commendable stance of James O'Brien, a beacon of truth in the media landscape. We've heard his powerful words in defense of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, a couple who have been under relentless attack from various media quarters. We've also delved into the hypocrisy of Richard Eden and the Daily Mail. Their continuous undermining of the Sussexes stands as a clear testament to their bias and misrepresentation of truth. This is a stark reminder of the urgent need to question but also challenge the narrative that's being fed to us. They have chosen a path of independence and self-determination, away from the trappings of a system that has often been unfair to them. Their journey is a testament to their resilience and courage, and it is one that deserves our unwavering support. We can demand transparency and accountability from the media, and most importantly, we can offer our support to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Every like, comment, and share on their social media posts, every purchase of their products and services, every word of encouragement and every act of kindness sends a powerful message that we stand with them and we will not be swayed by the negativity and misinformation that's being spread about them. Thank you for joining us today on Royal Telly. Your support is invaluable in our collective journey towards a more balanced and fair media landscape. The fight against misinformation starts with us, with every choice we make, with every narrative we question, and with every voice we raise in support of truth and fairness. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.